How many times have I thought, this is the worst thing I will ever have to endure? More times than I ever thought I would. After the car accident, it was doubtful that I might be able to live a normal life again. When my boys were born 3 months prematurely, I didn't know if we would ever get to bring them home. And then, a few months ago, we found out that I had cancer.
Take me back to March. The season's about to start, and Nina's water breaks. What happens next?
A little bit of panic. I was just hoping that they wouldn't have to be delivered at 25 weeks because I know there would probably be some serious ramifications if the babies were to come so early. And it was just a lot of travel every day, back and forth from the hospital and home and training, and it was a lot.
Davies looks shaken up behind the play, and he's done for the day. He just gave the sub signal.
Yep, he's done.
In the 30th minute against Portland, I ended up pulling my groin. The next day, I went for an MRI to see how bad the groin pull was, and they saw a tumor. I had to get it checked with an ultrasound, and I said, how bad is it? And he said, you're gonna have to go to see a specialist in Boston. That's when it hit me. I have cancer. There was no doubt in my mind. I thought I had it, and you just assume the worst. So that ride home was difficult.
Charlie gets an ultrasound. They don't know it's cancer. He thinks it is. He makes that first phone call to you. How was that call?
It was really intense. It was tough for me because I've never heard him really, kind of choke up and get emotional about something. But I knew it was something that, could change his life forever.
So 5 days goes by, and I'm driving to practice, and the doc gives me a call, and sure enough, he said, to his surprise, it not only was it cancer, but it was a rare cancer in a rare place, and that's why he was so surprised by it. So that's when I was like, whoa, this is heavy.
When I met Charlie, he had been diagnosed with sarcoma. His sarcoma was located in the paratesticular region. His treatment did require that we had to remove his testicle and his scrotum on the side where the tumor was located. However, this gave us a nice margin around his tumor, and hopefully will reduce the risk that this will ever come back.
What about when the doctor told you, hey, we need to remove one of your testicles as part of this?
Yeah, you hear that and you're thinking, that's your manhood, like at least half of it, and the first thing I asked after I kind of knew I would be in the clear was just like, am I gonna look deformed? I gotta shower with guys for my job, Let the jokes begin. I said, I guess I'll just be one nut Chuck for the rest of my life.
Do you ever find yourself thinking, why me?
I've never thought why this or why me or why that, but after this news, I thought, this has to be the last test, right? I mean, how many tests does one have to endure? But with that being said, all these points in my life that I've had all these different types of adversity have helped me deal with the next one and the next one.
He's going by One Nut Chuck now. That's his nickname, and he kind of coined it himself. But I think it's great that he could have a lighthearted attitude of something that could have been so serious.
Is that just proof of the type of guy Charlie is and how he's able to get through yet another major setback?
100%. That's his personality. That's his character since he was young. Anything that's come his way, he's been able to tackle it. There was a time when he was still in the hospital that he was going through a lot of pain, but we all know Charlie, and he's able to fight through. It's another way. He's stronger and just has more stories to tell his kids. Something that struck everybody when they first met him was he had such a great attitude, and despite all the adversity that he and his wife had recently faced, they just had almost an infectious, enthusiastic attitude that made everyone really want him to do well.
I think anytime you hear that word cancer, you just think done for the season, or done for longer. And again, he's kind of proved everyone wrong, He's done that since he's been here. I've just started working with him over the last 3 or 4 weeks where you know, that relationship on the field is back and exciting. Mentally, he is a giant. I don't know how he does it, but he continues to amaze all of us, you know.
He's the same old CD, you know. He's going at guys. He's being, you know, a nuisance and running at players and having fun. And his touches are there. I think his mindset is there. And now that he's, you know, not only playing for his wife, but now he's playing for his, you know, his Davies babies. I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with now.
The more consistency he gets in practice, the more he's going to be out there scoring and bringing the stanky leg out and everything else.
What's next for Charlie Davies?
Getting back on the field and banging goals. My dream, the way I look at things now is get back on the national team. I think that's never been a secret, you know, and I think that if I continue to do what I've done on the field, that chance is going to come.
Well, 2.5 months since your initial diagnosis, and this is just coming out. In this day and age, that almost seems impossible. Does that make you feel good knowing how much respect that people have for your privacy and allow this to be your message, your decision?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so appreciative for that reason, you know, and it goes to show the kind of people that are around me, and you know, it's something that I'll never forget. That I can, you know, confide in people. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. Oh, whoa. Okay.
Charlie, everything you've been through, I feel like we're at a point where you can't even make any of this up. But I guess the big question we're all wanting to know now is Charlie Davies cancer-free?
I'm cancer-free. For my boys and everyone out there, I hope they never have a point where they think there is no hope. No matter how many bad things happen, there will still be good, and the good is all I care about.